The last nuclear power plants in Germany will be shut down by the end of 2022. But the high-level radioactive waste that has accumulated over decades is something we will take with us into the future. This waste must be disposed of safely and permanently deep underground. Germany is looking for a suitable site. Regions are being compared, and the final repository will be built at the site that offers the best possible safety. Katrin lives in a region with favourable geological conditions for final disposal, known as a siting region. The area and others have been recommended by the Federal Company for Radioactive Waste Disposal, BGE for short, for further investigation. Before making the recommendation, the company had thoroughly examined all existing geoscientific data. How can the people in these regions participate in the search for a final repository site? Regional conferences are to be set up by the Federal Office for the Safety of Nuclear Waste Management, or BASE for short. Katrin is interested in the search for a final repository site and goes to the plenary meeting of her regional conference. Anyone aged over 16 who lives in the region can attend. People from neighbouring regions can also take part. These regions may also be located in a neighbouring state. These regional conferences are self-organised, which means it's up to them to decide how they want to collaborate. How can the regional conferences shape the process? Katrin and the other participants can, for example, ask for the BGE recommendation regarding further investigation of their region to be reviewed. In other words, they can list deficiencies and demand a review. If BASE agrees, the BGE must revise its recommendation. Once all the reviews have been completed, the Bundestag will decide which region should be investigated further. To allow Katrin and the others to evaluate the BGE recommendation, scientific support is available. Experts will then carry out an expertise, for example. Each regional conference receives funds and can hire its own staff to set up an office. The office supports the regional conference in all its tasks. Among other things, this may include PR work to inform people in the region about the search for a repository site. The regional conference can also deal with other issues, such as what a repository would mean for the region, the consequences for its image and economy, what will be needed. The goal is to develop long-term concepts for regional development. The business of the regional conference is conducted by a committee consisting of up to 30 people, including citizens, representatives from the municipalities, and from different social groups. The committee is elected by the plenary assembly. Both regularly exchange information. How this is done is decided by each individual regional conference. One or more members of the regional conference also sits on the committee of the Council of the Regions, together with representatives of those municipalities where the high-level radioactive waste is temporarily stored. The Council of the Regions will accompany the site search until the very end. Katrin's regional conference will continue until the region drops out of the search process. At the end of the search, the Bundestag will determine a site. The regional conference of the region involved will then participate in the final siting agreement.